I know I'm awake. Thanks so much, Jess. The Ashley Madison website bills itself as the leading married dating service for discreet encounters, but well, that's no longer the case after hackers obtained personal information from the users and is making it available for the public. Fox 19 Now's tech expert Dave Hatter joining us this morning, and he's just shaking his head. When will people learn if you have a site that is this huge, likely going to be hacked?
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. They claim discreet. Well, okay, they've got millions of users. Anyone that's looking to steal personal information. Because as we were talking about off camera, Kara, even if they don't get information they can use about you directly here, this stuff gets aggregated over time, and then it can be used, for example, with that IRS hack. Now they have enough information about you to potentially be able to log into a site like that and then do real damage to you or steal information there. So, you know, any one of these hacks in and of itself may not be that bad, but all of this information gets sold in the dark web, it gets aggregated, and again, it's laughable to me, you know, discreet. It's 40 million users. Any site that's got that kind of user base is going to be a potential target for hacking simply because there's so much information available.
Well, and you say too, a lot of it isn't necessarily your fault. It's the users, or not the users' fault, the creators' fault, Ashley Madison's fault. They're not doing enough to protect people.
Yeah, again, if you have a user base of millions, then there's a lot of information there that people are going to want to steal. Could be credit card numbers, could be anything, right? So yeah, you may have a perfectly sound password on whatever site you're using. Hackers don't necessarily want to get one account. They want to steal that whole database and see what they can get out of it that's useful. Again, apparently there's credit card information in here. Some of it's been leaked. I don't think they've leaked anyone's full credit card numbers, but you know, it's a treasure trove of information. And even if they can't get a major score here, like debit card numbers that they can use right away, they can use that information elsewhere. They can sell that information. They might use it to try to perpetrate identity theft on you or medical fraud, because that's one of the things that's difficult to track. Most banks have really elaborate fraud protection now. Most hospitals and insurance companies don't. So someone might be able to get your social security number, create an account somewhere for you, and get medical benefits, pharmacy benefits, et cetera, for years before you even realize it. So
well, you were telling me during the break the best thing you can do is not use these kinds of sites. Here's the problem. You mentioned the IRS. Unless you're giving us carte blanche to not do taxes,
I would
we've
never.
got to do
No,
taxes.
that's not coming from me, Karen.
And the IRS hacking, we're all kind of in trouble.
Yeah, you're right, and that's part of the problem of all of this. At the end of the day, the people that are collecting this information really have a duty and a responsibility to you as a person using their site to keep that information secure. And you know, virtually every major government agency has been hacked now, so that's a separate, in my mind, a separate problem in and of itself, because I don't think they necessarily in the past have taken this stuff seriously. And hackers don't want to get one account. They want a massive score. They want a major database. It's a huge problem, and it's not going away anytime soon.
We're going to give you some basic ideas on what you can do to help yourself. Listen, we say these a lot, but you say that for whatever reason, it's just not registering.
Yeah, I think people, it just doesn't sink in. People think their information is secure. They think they're anonymous out there online, and they're really not. So what can you do? Well, in a case like the IRS, unfortunately, it's a little bit tricky. To your point, you know, they've already got a lot of your information, and you don't really have a choice there. But in general, you should have a unique, hard-to-guess password, what we in the industry would call a strong password for every site you use.
Okay. So
that if they get your information for one site, they can't just hop around and access every site. You know, don't supply any more information about yourself than you have to out there. Don't put out a social security number unless you are legally required to do so, because that's one of the holy grails of hackers.
Okay, don't use public Wi-Fi.
Don't use public Wi-Fi.
I do this a lot.
Yeah, public Wi-Fi, it's very easy for a hacker to sit in a public place and literally suck down everything that's going across that public Wi-Fi if it's not configured right, and much of it isn't. So my general advice is do not use public Wi-Fi. Use the cellular service on your phone, use the hotspot on your phone if you have one. Public Wi-Fi is bad. It's a great way for hackers to steal your stuff.
Dave Hatter, I'm afraid we'll be seeing a lot more of you.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, Kara.
We appreciate you coming on, though.
My pleasure, anytime.
I promise you are resonating with some.
Let's hope. Let's hope. You are not private out there.
Okay, we will remember that. Don't forget to at fox19now.com. If you missed any of these tips, we're going to have them there for you to protect yourself. After the break, the fun and creative way one local school district is welcoming back all their